Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to learn what is RCCB and how does RCCB works and why it is so important to install RCCB along with MCB in any electrical circuit. So let's first see what is RCCB. The RCCB stands for Residual Current Circuit Breaker, which is a safety device that protects the people from electrical shock by detecting and cutting off electricity when a leakage current detected. So before directly going to the working of the RCCB, let's first understand the connection of RCCB. This is a single phase circuit in which the phase and the neutral from the energy meter is connected to the MCB. The output of the MCB is connected to the input of RCCB and the output of RCCB is connected directly to the load. It means that if any leakage current is detected, this RCCB can trip the circuit and disconnect the load from the main supply. Let's try to understand how does RCCB works. This is the internal structure of the RCCB. These are the internal electrical contacts. This is a CT, which is CBCT or core balance CT. Both the phase and the neutral conductors pass through this CT. The secondary of this CT is connected to the trip circuit, which ultimately opens these electrical contact. And these are the phase and the neutral, which are coming from MCB, and the output of RCCB is directly connected to the load. Now let's try to energize this load. Here you can see the load is energized and the current starts to flow through RCCB. Now observe carefully that the load is drawing 20 ampere from the phase and the same current is flowing back into the neutral. So both the phase and the neutral currents are same. Therefore, the net magnetic field of both the currents is zero and there will be no current induced in the secondary of this CT. But this happens when there is no leakage current detected by RCCB. There are mainly two sources of leakage current. First is the human, which accidentally come in contact with the phase conductor. The current will start to flow through the body into the ground. The second source of the leakage current is the bad insulation. Through the insulation, the current starts to flow into the body, which is directly connected into the ground. So there are two main sources of leakage currents. So now let's see what happens when a person accidentally touches the phase or the live conductor. So here you can see as it touches the phase conductor, the current starts to flow into the body. And because of the resistance of the body, you can see that some current starts to flow into the body of the human, into the earth, and through the earth back into the neutral of the source, which is normally the transformer. Now let's see what happens inside the RCCB. Here you can see the phase conductor is carrying 20 ampere, whereas the neutral conductor is now carrying 19.97 ampere because 0.03 ampere is flowing through the human body into the earth. So the resultant of both the currents, which is 0.03 ampere, is now starts to flow in the secondary of this coil, which energizes the trip circuit, and as a result it opens the contact and trips the circuit and protects the human from electric shock. Now again let's see and analyze the situation when the human come in contact with the phase conductor. So if MCB is installed only, it can only protect against overload or the short circuit current, but it does not trip on this small leakage current, which is almost 30 milliamperes. That's where RCCB comes in. It can detect the leakage current as small as 30 milliampere and trip instantly, making it a life-saving device. So in conclusion, we can say that MCB protects equipment while RCCB protects human life. So that's why both must be installed together in electric circuit. I hope you clearly understand what is the importance of RCCB and how does RCCB work. For more interesting videos, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.